belief and idea that people, male and female, should be financially stable before getting into relationships. And by relationships, I mean romantic relationships. And in this video, I want to explain what I think is the psychology between money and relationship. Money is it money and relationship, or money in relationship? Yeah, I just want to explain my idea, my that belief, like tell my why, and just make it make sense to people. So that's what I'll be talking about in this video. So basically, let me tell this backstory. Recently, I had a friend that was talking about like money isn't really a big deal. Like especially for two people who understand each other. Like you don't have to have lots of money, and which I agree with. But the way he explained it, like in the sense, in the context I was speaking, was like one has to be financially stable. So you have to have kind of a stable income, before getting into a relationship. He was like, it doesn't have to be that stable. Like you just have to, you can be on survival, somewhat like that. So I agree partially with him in the sense that money is not a like all factor or the factor. Like when you have money, that doesn't give you the permission to just go into a religion. But I think that it's an important factor. For example, let's settle this. Like as an adult, you should have a source of income. Like it's not a crime, or it's not a bad thing, or it's not something to be ashamed of if you don't have, if you do not have money, especially when you're trying your best. Like just sitting. But after he said that, I started thinking about it. I asked myself, why do you even say this? Like, what is the actual reason? Like, I was really reflecting and questioning myself. Is this a kind of like pride? There's this thing that women talk a lot. They'll be like, you have to have money before going into a relationship so that the man will respect you, so that you see that you are not anyhow woman, so that you like you cannot do anyhow. If you do anyhow, well, that has never been my reason. I find that ridiculous. Like, I found that scary actually because I don't want to go into a relationship that will be about power tussle. Like, I don't like stress like that. So I really detest all those ideologies. Like, that's not the reason. That was one thing I was able to make up in my reflection. So the other one is that people um want to get financially stable so that they can be able to fund their relationship. I'm not really my last video, let us be single, and if you notice the way I work, you know that I'm not really a big fan of people like, investing too much in the other person financially when they are dating. Like I don't think it should be an obligation or like responsibility. And I know it's very popular, especially among guys, that you have to be able to take care of your woman and all of that. To be honest, I may get backslashes for this, but I just think it's ridiculous. Like, and I don't think that a man should go into a relationship to take care of a woman, because what that does is that it makes women to go into a relationship because they want to be taken care of. So in general, I don't think that relationships should be based on all of those. I think all those are really superficial. I find those ideologies disturbing. I think that if you, or when your relationship you want to give, that it should be in a place of willingness, love, like, understanding of why you're giving. I'm not saying that people should be stingy and all of that. No, I'm saying that people should be generous at their will. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I want to give not because I'm obligated to give. I want to give because I don't want to be under pressure when giving, and I don't want somebody to be under pressure when giving. I want the person to give me out of, adoration, love, and all of that. So I want it to be so easy. So after putting all of these away, I was like, okay, so why do you think that people should be stable, financially stable for going into a relationship? So I discovered within myself that it's not just about being financially stable, it's about having a proper relationship with money. You know, one of the biggest problems that people experience in relationship is this money problem. Relationship, both dating, marriage, even like, okay, I don't want to talk about work relation. I just want to talk about family. You find couples fighting because of money. Like I've seen that as a kid, as a teenager, as even now. It gets me very stressed. I don't like it, like at all. So talking about the mindset of people towards money that I feel causes problem. Number one is that people attach themselves, their self identity to money. Yeah, I found it in relationship, um, especially when it comes to people that have money now. You see, guy approach you, and what he's saying is that he has money, he can take care of you, and I'd be like, okay. I just feel like a project that moment. Like it's very you just see that this person, like if you remove money from his life any day, like he's a gone man, he'll become a very frustrated man, and that frustration is going to come to me as the person that is closest to him, or at least close to him, and I do not want that like at all. The second one is being feeling entitled to somebody's money, like feeling entitled to someone else, not taking responsibility of a financial life, but feeling entitled. And it happens like around me. I've seen it happens to most girls. Like God. See, I have a younger brother, okay? So is a person like when I want to talk about guys, like that's why I can say men are scum. I love my brother too much like to say that. Like one of the reasons. So and I look at his life. I'm quite protective and doting on him. So I look at his life and I look that, oh, one day one girl is going to come to this boy and just say, start demanding things. I'm like, you're going to take care of me and all of that. I'm like damn. See, I think it's not like when you feel entitled to somebody else's money, um first of all it stresses the other person, but what it does to you also, it also have impacts to you on you. What it does to you is that it makes you become independent. So is it dependent? Yeah. You become dependent. And I know there's this cliche about independent woman out there, especially in Nigeria, that's seen as a bad thing or like a negative thing in a way. But that's not what I mean. I don't mean extreme, just kind of aggressive, independent. I think that one is psychotic in a way. I'm talking about that to be interdependent. Relationship should be about two people interdepending on each other, and as a girl or as a person, sorry, I don't want to really you know make this thing about gender, but as a person, when you become dependent, it really reduces your value as a person. Like it keeps you stunted in your growth. One thing that relationship does to people, like all forms of relationship, is that it brings out our best in us. Yeah. But when you are dependent on someone else, like you are not interdependent, like you're not pushing each other. It's just like, as an adult, you have somebody that does every chore for you, everything for you, like cooks for you, do everything for you. You don't work out. It may seem like you're having a good life, but what that brings is that it makes you unhealthy. Either you become obese, or you become, you become fragile, kind of like that. And being fragile in this world, you're very like, it makes you reduces your relevant in general, and you don't want to. It's not even about relationship. Like I know that God, like that created you in this world, you made it for a bigger reasons than just, than just being there. Like you need to have goals, you need to have aspirations like inside of you. But when you become dependent like this, all this your aspiration, dreams begins to die off, and before you know, you just become a picture, like a statue in this world. No impact, no relevance. And let's not even talk about how strenuous this is for the person you're in a relationship with. Most times I find men like that be like, they don't want the women to spend, they want to spoil the women. Like I said, it's not just about having money, it's your mindset towards money. But you cannot really build your mindset towards money when you don't have money. So, a man or a person in general may want to spend on whosoever he calls a loved one. There are some women too that like that, like they're just spenders, they express their love through spending, like, and sometimes it's also a kind of what I would call a disorder. Yeah, when I talk about disorder, some people, they are not emotionally equipped or emotionally built. I've observed that in some men, like they don't know how to say nice things, they don't know how to express themselves in different ways. So the only way they just know is like pour money, pour money, pour money. Like any problem that money can solve, bring it to them. But anyone that money cannot solve, they just melt. So, and that is not actually good. I think those people should like do some internal reflection and like know how to handle adversity that supersedes money. Because adversities like that exist and they will come at some point in life. So this man may love to spend on you, may love you absolutely, or this person may love to spend on you, but there's this thing in every human being that we get weary with time. Like this is why people say love is not enough. Like, yeah, you may just like doing something, but there's a time you just get boring. Like you just get boring in a way, and our mind just starts searching for new things. You see some men, it's not, they know they will always provide for their women, but they just wish that these women don't always need them. We human beings, we have this character that seeks to go against rules, against order. So when he sees that it's a necessary need like that, like you always need him, it will get tiring because it's so at the point it's because he wants to do it, like he enjoys doing it, but um then when it goes on, it's because he needs to do it, like, and oh my god, it can, even though this person really loves you, it can really be strenuous on him. And you wouldn't want to strain somebody you are in a relationship with, right? Like you want them to be at peace, you want them to love being in a relationship with you, you want them to love loving you. Number three, I a healthy relationship with money. Number 3 points, that's it. A healthy relationship with money really makes relationship more romantic. It's not about just having money, like it's about the mentality, the mindset towards money. Let me explain this way. You see rich people when they want to do birthday. I'm not talking about rich, like, okay, let me say rich people. You see them sometimes small cake, flowers. They're happy, like they're like, oh my god, like you did this for me. Oh, I feel so touched. But a poor person, a person that you know, things are really hard up here with money. Relationship with money is really hard. Like they're just trying. You go carry flower, go give person wey dey person wey dey like that, person wey dey hustle for your mind. Ha, the person will not appreciate you because things of relationship with money is like strenuous. Don't give the person small cake. Some people be like, how you give me cake, give me money, everything turn out to money. Like they can't just enjoy small things in life. Like like the relationship just lose be romance. And if you know romance, romance is made out of little trifle things. Like romance is like people running in the garden. All these things are like, it doesn't have to do with money per se, or even though it have to do with money, you don't even look at the money side, because if you look at the money side, it becomes less romantic. Yeah, that's the thing about romance. Like people may spend billions for their small private wedding, maybe under the sea, but this is why people can go on a date comfortably. Like instead, of course, he may be able to cook in at home, she may be able to cook at home, but you guys just want to go out, or you can just decide to cook a new food, like try a new food. You may not even know if you eat it later on, but you understand that it's about the shared time, it's about the bonding. So your relationship with money, what that means, your relationship with money is like you're open-minded, you are calm about money. That's when money matter does come out, they are stressed. Like their stress level goes from 1 to 1,000. Like that's like a very strenuous relationship with money. So in summary, what am I saying? Number one, money is important in a relationship. You cannot be 100% dependent on another person. So you have to be independent to a certain level. Yeah. You have to be responsible for yourself, and that includes finances. And number two, you have to have a good relationship with money. You have to develop a good mindset about money. I think that's even more important. Develop a good mindset about money, a stable mindset, have a stable income, and have a stable mindset about money to get into a relationship. As it progresses, of course, when it comes to marriage, that one is even a whole different level. Like I don't even need to talk now. Your baby will tell you now. You're picking out.